Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's going on? How are y'all doing today? It is July 19th. It is 11:48 in the morning. So what's going on in the kitchen? So yesterday, guys, I treated you guys, sorry about the camera panning. Yesterday, I treated you guys to some collard greens and some pork yak. Now, I told you that I had some leftover pork from my brother's barbecue where he had smoked four pork shoulders, and I wound up taking one whole pork shoulder home, and I didn't know what to do with it. It's like I was eating it, but it wasn't going fast enough. Well, this is what's left of it, guys. I used some for the yak yesterday, and today I'm making a honey ginger glazed pork. So here I have half a cup of honey, some sriracha, some white rice vinegar, rice wine vinegar, some rice vinegar, and that's pretty much it. I got some ginger and garlic in there, getting all aromatic, so that's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour the vinegar mix, the honey vinegar mix. So give me 1 second, guys. Here, I gotta scrape this stuff out of here. So I'm sorry that I got the camera so close or so far or whatever it is. Again, I'm recording by myself here, so it makes it a little difficult, but I want to get all this delicious honey up out of here. Okay, it calls for, when you do your pork, some salt and pepper, but because this pork is already seasoned, again, this is a smoked pork already, I'm not going to do all the extra seasoning in here. But what it does tell me to do is allow this mixture, the recipe tells me to allow this mixture to come to sort of like a boil and bubble up to get real sticky, and then add the pork afterwards when it goes. So I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit here, and let me show you guys what this looks like right now. So right now, this mixture is kind of watery. You know what I mean? I might have to make some more, because that is a lot of pork. So I'm gonna allow this to come up to a boil here, and you know something, I am gonna make some more sauce. So you know, I see it coming to a boil. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit, but you know something, while y'all with me here, y'all might as well see how I make the sauce. So check it out. That's this was already used up, so I might as well reuse it. So I'm using half a cup of honey, okay, and this is natural honey. A friend of mine's make this honey here. It's a really, really good honey. The recipe calls for mild honey. I don't know what mild honey is, so you know, I'm gonna use this honey up. There's still some in this container coating, so what I will do is I'll add some hot water to that. Crack open another little honey container. I'm gonna go up to the half cup mark right there. Okay. Calls for 2 to 3 tablespoons of sriracha. So I'm gonna eye that this time. I'm gonna eye it out. Last time I measured it, but I'm gonna eye it because I like heat. So that's about 1. That's about 2. That's about 3. 3 tablespoons of sriracha. And I'm using some rice vinegar. So rice wine vinegar, rice vinegar, whatever. It calls for a tablespoon of that. So I'm just going to eye that as well. That's about a tablespoon right there. I'm going to add this mixture to my blend right here. Y'all see me do that already. It's not no secret as to what I'm doing here. Okay, y'all already seen what I was doing. So I'm adding this up, and then I'm going to turn the heat up some to bring this to a nice boil. And it has a beautiful color already. So now I can add that to the dishes here. Add some soap there. All right, so let me show you guys. All right, so I'm gonna turn the heat up some here, because I'm left-handed. Okay, let me record. Now you see how fluid this is. It's like, even though there's honey in there, it's just nice and fluid. All right. So I'm gonna let that come up to a boil. So I'm gonna put that right there. I'm gonna put this heat up a little bit here so that that comes up to a nice rolling boil. I mean, this pork, let me tell you guys, this pork is so good. Actually, you know something, I got a couple portions here that I decided that I wasn't gonna throw in there because they kind of look like little burnt ends, but let me tell you the flavor that that pork has and the tenderness that it was. Sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but so good. I'm also enjoying a nice cup of wine. This is my lady's favorite wine, Dornfelder. It's a German wine, but you know, once you open wine and you put it in the refrigerator, you gotta pretty much drink that pretty quick, because if not, it takes a vinegar taste to it. That's why cooking wine has that flavor to it. It's a semi-sweet wine, really good. You guys should try it. Very good, because I know my lady's not gonna drink it. She's not a big drinker like that. Neither am I, but I drink more frequently than she does. And you know, I'm trying to go to sleep, so I get my little relax mode there. So I'm bringing this to a nice little boil. I want this to thicken up really good. It wants it to be sticky like honey, like warm honey. That's what it calls for. So right now it's really fluidy. It's not adhering to anything. See how it kind of drips off of the spatula? So it's not ready. It's definitely not ready. I'm gonna let that continue to boil there, and I'm letting that fluid concentrate. That's basically the word I want to use. I want it to concentrate. So now, I mean, let that concentrate. And I'm not talking about concentrate as in, like, you know, focus. I'm talking about concentrate as in condense, get smaller, you know. I'm tearing up this little piece of pork over there. I'm gonna put my camera down here, guys. Hopefully y'all can still see me. Oh, my hand was in the way. Do my thing. That looks good, right? You know, see, yeah, y'all can see. Y'all can definitely see, even though it's into the sun. But yeah, I'm gonna let this thicken up real nice. I got that ginger in there. I got that garlic. I'm gonna probably add some pepper to this. No salt. I'm gonna add pepper. Definitely gonna add some pepper to this. There you go. Nice amount of pepper there. Alright. Got some pepper going on there. Give that a nice little stir. And this is gonna coat that pork so good. And it goes well over rice, by itself, noodles, pretty much whatever, vegetables, if you want to put it over some vegetables to give it some flavor. Remember, if I'm correct, from what I know of the Asian culture, is Asians use meat as a flavor enhancer. They don't use it as a staple diet as far as a main dish. They use it to enhance the flavors of other foods like vegetables, the rice, carbohydrates, things of that nature. So that's why often you don't see them eat too much meat, but they always have it in a separate dish, and they introduce it to the main dish, which is usually the rice or the noodles or the vegetables. You know, they'll put a piece on top of it and grab it and then enjoy it like that. So that's basically what this is for. this can be used as, but because I'm Puerto Rican from the Caribbean, pork is a main staple in our diet. I'll be eating this as like a main dish. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not gonna over consume it, but yeah, we're gonna eat this. We're gonna eat this with no rice, probably with a side of collard greens or something. But I can tell that the sauce is getting a little bit thicker. Now you can tell when honey gets thicker, it bubbles up a lot. And I'm going to show you that in a second. It's still pretty fluid, but it's not coming off the spatula as easy as it was earlier. So you can tell it's getting thicker. Oh man, you can smell that sriracha really, really good. That ginger is coming through. Oh, this is going to be a really good sauce, I can tell. It's probably going to be very sweet, which is a little bit on the scary side, but that's okay. Honey is a good sweetener. So I'm going to crank up the heat a little bit more here, get this process rolling a little bit faster. And again, they don't want you to add the pork until this sauce is nice and sticky. I gotta be careful because there's hot spots on this pot. This stove top gives me some hot spots, and you can tell. Let me show you guys. You can tell the hot spots by the way it's boiling. See how this ring over here has no heat, and this has all the heat. So that's the hot spot. So I gotta be careful. Let me put this camera back down and show you guys. So I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Get it away from the hot spots. Alright, so this sauce is looking really, really good. Okay, so now I got a nice bubble all the way through. Now what I don't want to do is evaporate this. So be careful. You gotta be careful. Constantly stirring so you don't burn anything. You don't want to caramelize nothing. Now I think I'm where I want to be at. See that little slow drip? Let me show you guys again. I think I'm where I want to be at. This is what I'm looking for. I think this is the consistency that I'm looking for. It doesn't feel real thick, but it's not super thin like it was earlier. So I think I'm where I'm supposed to be at. Now I don't know, I'm not sure, because I've never done this dish before. And you know, this is just a testament pretty much, guys, that when you make food and you have large quantities, you don't have to eat it the same way every time. You got to be creative. Look up different recipes. I'm not, you know, I don't know of these different recipes. I just look it up. I just put in, you know, dishes you can make with pork or dishes you can make with chicken, and it gives you like different ideas. Now a lot of the recipes call that you cook the pork, but because it's already cooked, you know, I just add it in. It just gives it a different flavor profile pretty much. This doesn't call for smoked pork. It calls for pork chops, and you season it with salt and pepper. You cook the pork chops till, you know, they're seared nicely, and then you put it to the side. You make the sauce, you reduce the sauce, and then you add it and cook it until it's no longer pink. But that's already cooked. It's smoked. It got a good flavor into it. I'm just going to add it to this, and it's going to change the profile a little bit different. It won't be the same if somebody made it the way traditionally it was supposed to be made. But guess what? That is what cooking is all about, guys. It's about adventures. You're supposed to have different experiences in your kitchen. And you know something, when I make food, is like, you know, if you have leftovers, you don't have to eat the leftovers the same way all the time. I don't believe in that. You know, make something different with it. Make a different dish. Create something, you know. If you want to experiment, experiment. Now, I don't experiment too much unless I'm pretty sure of how the outcome is going to come. Alright guys, I'm adding my pork here. So, like I said, I don't experiment unless I know what the outcome is going to be. You know, if I know it's going to be a banging dish, and I'm like, you know something, I've done this combination before. Maybe I'll try it with something different. You know, and I go from there. Normally I look up a recipe, I look up something, I give it a try. If I like it, I stay with it. If not, I try to modify it some. I'm known to modify a recipe. I'm quick to modify, especially when I'm baking. When I bake stuff, I take ideas from different recipes, and I combine them. I look at some recipes and say, okay, that looks really, really good, or that gives me a good idea, or that sounds like it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna leave it alone. Or I say, doesn't sound like it's really seasoned, or it has it's gonna have good texture, or so I modify it. Oh man, guys, let me show you what this looks like. I'm gonna toss this in really well. Now this pork is a little cold, so I'm gonna let it come up to temperature. But I want to show you what this looks like coating wise. And I'm almost tempted to add some red pepper flakes to this, because I think it'll give it a little bit of a bang. I don't think I got red pepper flakes though. I don't think I got some. I gotta get my spices up to date here. But oh man, let me tell you the smells that I got. Yo, I'm telling you, smell-o-vision's coming, guys. It's coming. I wish I could invent it to make millions off of it, but the smells, oh man. Let me tell you, the aromas that are hitting my nose right now and dancing in my sinuses. Man, it's hitting my throat. I can just taste it. The smell of the sriracha with the smoke flavor that the pork was cooked in, the ginger and garlic, all that is like, oh man, it's like a happy marriage, man. Is there happy marriages out there still? But it's like a happy marriage. This is like, oh man, it almost smells like barbecue almost, because of course the smoke. But the sriracha element and the ginger, ooh, Lord, this is gonna be banging. This is gonna be banging. I know it. I know it's gonna be good. I just want this pork to heat up a little bit. I want to show you what this looks like, guys. This looks so good and sticky and goo. Oh man, I just don't want to make a mess. Oh! Almost dropped the phone. Look at that. Look. I zoomed in. Oh man, look at that. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Oh man, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this dish. Put this over some white rice, or some leeks, or some other vegetable. Oh man, that looks so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig in there, because I don't want it too hot. Ooh, guys. Oh my God. Guys, as always, thank y'all for joining me. If y'all watch this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Notification, all that good stuff. If not, just enjoy what you just see right here. This is banging, guys. Really, really good. I will definitely make this dish again. I probably won't have no smoked pork. I would use regular pork next time. Either way, it's gonna go good, because guess what? When I popped that piece in my mouth, what happened was the sriracha heat hit first, followed by the common effects of the honey and ginger, the garlic flavor, and then the smoke flavor came right after. Good dish, guys. This is banging. Guys, as always, thank y'all for watching. Stay true to yourselves. Keep it 100. I love you guys. Peace.